What is up, everybody? How is it going? Austin prechtelevate Performance, coming at you live. Happy Wednesday. It's Winning Wednesday. If you didn't see my post earlier, have a giant win every single freaking day because I got a badass wife. Let's go. Yeah, guys. Hope you're having a good day so far. I'm just going to be just kind of talking about that post and elaborating a little bit more on it, kind of just having like a conversation with you guys about why I think the fuck it, let's do it like mentality. I put asterisks in the title so Facebook and Instagram don't hide my shit, but because they don't like cursing that much. But I love cursing, so the fuck it, let's do it mentality. Because a lot of people it's super important that you absorb what I'm about to say to you because it's going to change your life in terms of how quickly you actually reach your goals. Because I always talk about things in relation to like fat loss, weight loss, a fitness journey, right? But just in life in general, and your success and your progress, and how quickly you progress, right? And how quickly you reach your goals. It's all dependent on whether or not you choose to do something, right? It all depends on making decisions, and if you make the decision to move forward with something, boom, you're rolling with it. You're going. If you don't, you stay where you're at, right? And a lot of times, so often people are paralyzed by this fear of choosing the wrong thing, of either going for it or not going for it, that they never move. They stay in the same place. They stagnate. They're paralyzed by indecision. And a lot of people are like that. I used to be like that a lot. It's still something that I have to work on to an extent with certain things, where I'm just oh, I don't know what to do. And then you spend so much who's been there? Who's been there where you have had a big decision that you had to make, or maybe even not even like a big decision. It was just a decision. You're just weighing your options. Maybe it was just choosing, you know, to buy a certain brand of food or a certain brand of, I don't even know, like diapers. I have a kid, or pull ups or whatever. And you're just sitting there and you're like, what do I pick? What do I pick? This one says super absorbent. This one says ultra absorbent. That one's 10 cents more. That one's, but that one has a couple bonus ones in the package. Like you're sitting there debating. And so many people do that with their fitness journey. So many people do that with these big choices in their life, that they end up missing out on opportunities, or they end up not they end up taking too long and wasting a shit ton of time, um, and stressing themselves out, right? There's the other thing, not just time, but emotional, mental bandwidth. They waste a ton of time on this stuff that they could have been light years ahead of where they're at right now because they spent too much time overthinking things, right? They're paralyzed by their inability to make a decision. So their indecision, their indecisiveness led to them, not getting there as quickly as they could have been. And so practicing that and getting really good at just making fast decisions, saying fuck it, let's do it, let's go for it. I want to make it happen, whatever it may be in your life that decision is. Maybe it's joining a gym, right? Maybe it's moving somewhere. Maybe it's making a decision on I don't even know what kind of color you want the walls to be in your house, painting that shit, whatever it may be. There are opportunities, there are impasses or opportunities every step of our life on the day to day, that if we could just make decisions a lot quicker and just act on it, we would be a lot further ahead. So that's one of the big key components for a lot of, in terms of just me, in terms of my own success, my clients that see the best results, honestly, are the ones that just are screw it, let's do it, it's literally, it's the equivalent to jumping out of a plane without a parachute and building a parachute on the way down, right? You're gonna get there a lot quicker if you don't sit in the plane and you're just debating I'm scared, I don't really want to do it, I'm indecisive, should I do it, should I not? When so and so is just screw it and ran and jumped out of the plane and built the parachute on the way down, and and got there a lot quicker, right? That's a kind of an interesting analogy, but you guys get the idea. And so the sooner you can take action, the sooner you make a choice, the sooner you're going to get there, right? That makes sense. Even if you screw up along the way a little bit, maybe not as black and white as as jumping out of a plane, but the relative equivalent to your own fitness journey, right? You could be you could be way further ahead if you just said, screw it, I'm going to figure it out on the way there. And in doing so, right, in doing so, you're going to get there a lot quicker. And that's how I like to live my life. That's how Jessica and I kind of like, come to decisions a lot of times. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, we think about it, right? Like, we're like weigh our options. But like, if I get a good gut feeling about something, or if she has a good gut feeling about something, like, we're like on it. Like, we're like, let's do this. Screw it. Let's move. Let's do this. Let's do that. Like we moved across country like 3 times. Oh, a bug flew in my eye. Yep, this is live. Whew. Anyways, yeah, I got little plant gnats that like to get in my face. Anyways, but we like, we moved across country like 3 times. Like 3 times in the last like 3.5 years. Well, I guess it's been like 4 years since we've been here for a couple of years, maybe like 5 years now. But we moved across country like within 3 years, 3 times because we were like, screw it, like job opportunity, let's go for it. We don't want to live in this location anymore. Screw it, let's do it. And like we would just do that shit. Like opportunities would present themselves, and like we wouldn't. And me, like the concept and the feeling of like having like what if, like having those what ifs, like what if I would have done that? What if I would have like what if I wouldn't, what if I didn't, like what if I missed out on that opportunity? What if I wouldn't have done something, right? Like there's all these things that, could have happened that would have never happened had I not made those decisions. Had we not made those decisions, had we not said like fuck it, let's go for it. Like, we could have missed out on a lot of really cool shit. And yes, there are hiccups and headaches and some things like that where it doesn't go as smoothly as planned. But in those moments, it's all about perspective, and it's all about like failing forward, right? Like nothing's ever like a failure unless you like truly believe it was a failure. Like I always look at every time like something bad or some sort of like failure happens, it's just like, okay, cool, this is an opportunity to improve my systems, to improve like, my perspective, my mindset about something, and grow from there, right? I see a comment here. Let's see. My daughter is like that, indecisive. I have to admit, I'm guilty of this in my fitness journey, though. I blame myself if I'm not succeeding so much that I end up taking forever coming back. Yeah, exactly. Like that's a prime example. Is just like sitting there and like waiting, debating, and just being like, should I do this? Should I not? Like I'm nervous. Like I don't. I'm kind of like what if I fail? What if I don't do it right? What if it's like a scam? Or what if like, what if I like, just don't show up for myself? Like a lot of it is on the person, right? A lot of it is on the individual. Like you're afraid of starting something, and because you're so afraid, because you might not believe in yourself enough, or you might not like, feel like you deserve it, or whatever it may be, and your lack of ability to decide and to choose is holding you back. Like you either you make a decision and you move forward, or you don't and you just literally stay there and you stay the same for another couple months or 6 months or a year or 2 years or whatever it may be. Like there's people that like I have that I've been on the phone with like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, like whenever I first like launched my business officially, that are in the exact same fucking spot. And if you're watching this right now, like you're in the exact same fucking spot that you were 2 years ago. What are you doing? Like why haven't you done anything yet? Like why are you still staying the same? Why are you staying stuck? Why are you willing to accept like being in the same fucking spot for 2 years whenever you could have already put 2 years in? Like time is of the essence. Like time is of the essence. Like you don't know how much more time you're gonna have anyways. Like start today. Like shit. Like start today already. Like you could have started 2 years ago. Yeah, no use to make yourself feel bad about it anymore. Just fucking start today and get it over with. Like fuck it, let's do it. Like mentality. Like go for it. And I talked about this in my post earlier today. Like there was a moment when Jessica and I's wedding, where the plan or the wedding coordinator came up to us, and like it was pouring. It was downpouring. Everybody was inside. It was fine for the wedding, but it was downpouring. And the wedding coordinator came to us, and they were like, "Yeah, so we kind of have to make a decision now. We can either keep the chairs outside and hope the rain stops. It looks like it might be kind of brief, but you never know when something's just going to sit over, like a weather system's just going to sit and rain or whatever, because it was pouring hard. Or we can bring all the chairs in and do the ceremony indoors, right? We can do that. What do you guys want to do? It's your decision. Like, but we have to pick now because we need the time. We need all this time to get everything in if we're going to do it." I looked at Jessica and we looked at each other, and we just kind of both like looked and agreed. And one of us, either of us, I'm probably me because I always talk first because I talk the most. I talk a lot. I was like, like I want it to be outside. Like I have a good gut feeling. Like screw it. Like if we're gonna do it, like fuck it, let's do it. If rain or shine, like we're having our ceremony outside. Like it'll look cool if we get rained on. Whatever. I don't care. Like let's do it. And make the decision and stop thinking about, stop worrying about it. Don't stress about it. Like this is our day. Like let's go for it. Like and because of that, guess what? It paid off. Like I wouldn't have cared if it rained on us or not. Like it wouldn't have mattered. But we had a perfect. The rain stopped. It was awesome. Made a good decision. We acted fast, and guess what? It didn't stress us out the whole time either because we weren't like sitting there like debating it in our own head and like letting it take up a bunch of mental bandwidth and stressing us out, right? Like that's how you need to treat the decisions that you make in your day to day in your life with your fitness journey, with your weight loss journey. Like just do it. Just take action. Just like make a decision. Who cares if it's the perfect decision? At least you're making a decision, right? And you can like adjust things as you go along. Like that's part of the process anyways. Is like nothing's ever truly perfect. And if you decide and make the decision to do something like and take that step, in whatever it may be, like you're gonna be way further ahead than anybody else, or you're that or you if you wouldn't have made that decision in the first place, right? Like make not choosing is a choice, and it's the choice to stay stagnant. It's the choice to not like progress. Like just because you don't choose, you're still making a choice. Like and the default is is nothing, is staying the same. And I don't ever want to stay the same. I don't ever want to. I want to continue to grow and evolve and develop and make fast decisions and not let them take up mental bandwidth. And because of that, I'm always going to be like further ahead of somebody who doesn't make decisions. Like that's just how it is. That's why my clients are always going to be further ahead than all these other people that have just been staying the fucking same for the last couple of years, or who knows how long that they've been staying the same, right? Like that's why. Like that's why they're succeeding, and that's why other people are failing or not moving forward, not progressing, is because they're not choosing to. And if you're one of those people right now, I I implore of you, I beg of you, like fucking choose and just do something. Like make a fucking choice. Fuck it, let's do it mentality. Go for it. You will not regret it. Like as long as you have the right mindset and the right perspective around it, like if you just go for it, like you're gonna be a lot happier than you were if you wouldn't have, right? Like it's like it like how bad can it be, right? Like how bad can it be? Like like it's one of those. It's like so what if I fail kind of mentality as well. It's like like what is the worst thing that could possibly happen, right? Probably nothing. Probably nothing like in the grand scheme of things, probably nothing that bad. So yeah, and for me, whenever it comes to making like a big time like gut decision, like in my head, I always have there's a gnat. Every time I have something go through my like I have to make a big decision. I want to make it happen fast. I want to make it happen fast. I have a very like success like speed mentality. The speed of implementation. The sooner you can make a choice, the sooner you can implement, the sooner you like do things. And even if it's jumping out, like obviously like this is like a fake scenario, but jumping out of a plane and building your parachute on the way down, you're gonna get there a lot quicker. And yeah, you might you might panic and you might have shit happen in the process, but you're gonna get there a hell of a lot faster than the person that's sitting up in the plane, just sitting there like debating and like being like, oh, I'm scared, like I don't want to make a decision. Like I don't want to be that person. I want to be the person that's like going all in, like flying by the seat of my pants, like figuring it out along the way. And like that's how you need to view your fitness journey, your weight loss journey, and just like commit to making a choice, like and to commit to progress and commit to like taking action, because inaction is still a choice, and it's the choice to stay the same, and it's the choice to not progress. So what are you gonna fucking choose? And a piece of advice for those of you that are watching right now, and if you're watching right now, hashtag replay. Let me know that you saw it at a later time. If you're watching this, give this video a like so other people can see this shit. But a piece of like actionable advice, for you guys in these situations, one, always go with your gut. Always go with your gut. If it says no, then don't do it. If it says yes, like and if you're uncomfortable with the thought of a decision, like take 15 minutes, but don't take too long. Take 15 minutes, think about it, and then say yes or no. Gut is my gut saying yes, is my gut saying no, and make a decision. Either choose to do it or don't choose to do it. But like in doing so, like a piece of actionable advice. If something scares you, if you're uncomfortable, like if something scares you, if it's making you uncomfortable, like, but not in like a gross like way, but like in like a this could be big. This could be potentially exciting. Like that's a sign that your gut's saying like go for it, right? That's a sign that your gut is saying go for it. That is a good sign. Being uncomfortable is a part of the process too. So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid of being uncomfortable. Like it's important part of the process. But actionable advice, I always have a 1, 2, 3, like rip the band-aid off like mentality with this sort of stuff when it comes to making decisions. I call it like ripping the band-aid off or jumping off the diving board or whatever it may be. Like just like in your head, like literally, or out of your head, like maybe not in public because that might weird people out, but like be like, all right, 1, 2, 3, choose. Like just do it. Rip the fucking band-aid off. Make the decision. Whatever you choose, no turning back. Don't look back. Keep going. Figure it out along the way when you need to. That's how I view it. Like that is like yeah, it's gonna make your stomach sink. It's gonna be exciting. It's a decision that you need to make. I have done that so many times, and it has never led me astray, ever, ever. Yeah, you might hit bumps and you might hit curbs and things like that and potholes along the way, but you can dig yourself out of that shit very easily as long as you have a level head about it. So cool. That's all I got for you today. That's all I wanted to say today, and that's why I really love the fuck it, let's do it mentality. And yeah, that's why you should too. That's why you should do it too. That's why my clients are succeeding right now is because they said like, screw it, let's do it. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to make. They made a choice. Is what it happened at the end. Is all it comes down to is at the end of the day is they chose and took control of their lives. They didn't let like the default choose for them. They like made a decision and chose to do something about it. So and that's not even like a plug to like work with me. That's just like if you fucking want it, like I don't even care if you work with me. Like if you want something, if you're like been debating about starting a fitness journey, like do it already. Like just freaking do it already. You will not regret it. Cheryl says, I make decisions on some things, but then putting it into action is sometimes hard. Yeah, that's another part of the process, though. It's another part of the process. It's, and honestly, like if you make a choice and then you don't take action on it, like, it's one of those things where it's like, did you actually make the choice? Are you just sitting? Are you telling yourself that you made the choice when in reality you're still kind of sitting on the sidelines, like playing safe, right? So that's another kind of like topic for another live that we could probably talk about. But like I said, give this video a like. I hope you guys got value from this. Feel free to share it or tag somebody in this video that or in the comments if you feel like they've been like indecisive as shit. If you feel like they're just kicking the can, they're just like sitting there tapping their foot. Like no more. Commit to taking action. Commit to the like fuck it, let's do it mentality, and you're gonna have a lot more success and a lot more exciting and spontaneous life too. Honestly, like, and I love that shit. That's why I have such a fun and exciting life. It's just because it's like I'm like I let those opportunities. I don't let those opportunities slide by. I just jump on them and go for it. So hope you got value from this. Other than that, happy Winning Wednesday, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.